Greetings and salutations, my name is Ahrtgames, taking a look at some of the more unusual League of Legends builds. This week we are taking a look at AP Varus. This has been one of the most recommended Varus builds of, well, one of the most recommended builds I've had in a long time. Now you will notice I'll speak very quickly. That's because I have a lack of footage, because I don't like playing AD carry champions, and AP Varus is still an AD carry playstyle. So let's jump right into why it works. Blighted Quiver is an ability that you get. It's a passive ability. It adds extra magic damage on your attacks. Kinda nice. It's got a reasonable AP ratio, but it's nothing special. What is special is its sort of additional effect. It applies stacks when you hit people. Yeah, that's not unusual. What happens is when you hit them with another ability, another damaging ability, which is all of your abilities, the stacks pop, or break, or whatever you want to call it. What that does is it deals percentage damage equal to the amount of stacks on them. So, if you have no AP, that is a 5% per stack. That's 15% of maximum health in damage. That's nothing amazing, but that's, in the end, a lot of damage. Particularly against a tank. Now put this little AP ratio into it. It has a 50 AP equals 1%. And that's per stack. That's not 1% total. 50 AP will give you an additional percent per stack. You get 500 AP, that's 15% of their maximum health for every stack you hit them with. Now note that these stacks do break, so you have to re-attach them to the enemy before you can even consider doing it again. But every 3 hits, followed by an ability, will deal, at that point, 45% of their maximum health. Plus you're getting extra damage from the AP ratio and extra magic damage on Blighted Quiver itself, and a little bit of damage from your abilities. The only other ability you have with an AP ratio is your ultimate, which is... it's not a fantastic damaging ability, it's more useful for the snare involved. But it is a 1-to-1 AP ratio, and it can hit the entire enemy team. So, it's not bad per se. As for what you want to be building with this build, the items that you need to make this work, rush a Malady. This is the first of many things that is probably going to sound a bit weird. Considering you'll be playing in an AD carry lane, rushing a Malady is just bizarre. But you will find that the damage output you gain is just... oh, it's amazing. You have no actual idea. Then get boots. Berserker Greaves are my recommendation. If you want to enchant your boots to level 3, you probably want the Fura boots, but that's not highly important. The next thing you want, which again will probably sound ridiculous because we're building an AP build and have no extra AD at this point, is a Hurricane. Renan's Hurricane, because each proc adding is a on-hit effect, and so you can then apply the procs to the entire enemy team, and most of your abilities, in fact all of your abilities, have the ability to hit multiple targets. So yeah, that's an extra damaging thing. From there, immediately into all the AP in the world. The 3 needlessly large rod items, starting with Rabadon's Deathcap, are what you want/need at this point. The AP ratio on Malady will start churning out massive damage, as will the AP ratio on your Blighted Quiver. And then you just walk into a fight, steer behind your friendly allies and your tanky guys to stop yourself taking damage, and then fill as many people full of holes and pop an ability on the target that you want dead the most. Here's where the difficulties in this build come in. All of your abilities are slow. You can't chase someone effectively with any ability you have. If they're at the edge of your range, if you cast the ability at them, you'll miss, because they'll just walk out of it. Particularly your Q, even though the range extends, it slows your movement. The limitations on your abilities are your biggest flaw with this build. You simply can't get them off as easily as you should be able to make this build as good as it could be. If you're pro, you'll dominate with this build. Anyone else will have an alright time, but you won't be dealing as much damage as you want. That is AP Varus, and I will see you all in 2 weeks with another build. Thank you, and good night.